Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University on the Dice Tower for Pocket Playthrough video series where we play a few rounds of the game, although this one we managed to complete a full game.
In this video, we'll show you Overboss, a boss monster adventure. Game designed by Aaron Mesburn and Kevin Russ and published by Brotherwise Games.
Let's get to the table.
Hello, and here we are for our pocket playthrough for Overboss.
Where we are competing over bosses, trying to score the most, build our land to be the most powerful one in the Arcadia land.
Yes, so this is a tile drafting and placement game. On each turn, we'll be picking a pair of tiles, so one big tile and one smaller token, and placing that onto our boards. And then each of the different terrain types scores in a different way. We are using the 5 basic types here, the camps, graveyards, swamps, forests, and caves.
Otherwise, you would be able, you could alternatively draft from available tiles.
And so camps and forests gain more points as you get more of them. Graveyards score points individually, but whoever has the most will get a bonus. And then swamps are good next to water, and caves are good next to mountains. And we'll go through the specifics when we score at the end of the video, but those are the basics.
So the game ends when we fill up all our boards, and we start with this. You can optionally use this. This is a card that you can choose. You receive 2 and then you choose 1 for your game.
Yes.
So the first one is the power that you can use once off, and the next one is the end of game objective. So you reveal this when you use that power. So we put it face down for now.
Yes. And then the other element of scoring in this game, in addition to the terrains, is there are all these little monster tokens that will go on. Some are simply worth points. The others are worth points by having them on matching tiles or in rows and columns with each other.
All right, and I am the first player.
Yes.
So I will go ahead and pick this, and I would like to put it here and put the monster here if I can.
Yes. So right away you've got a matching pair, which is very good. I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to start with swamp. I'm going to put a swamp here, and I'm going to put a mini boss on top to just straight up get points for that. Now this one here is a dungeon, and dungeons don't get monsters. They score for each different terrain around them.
Mm-hmm. Now straight away I want to use my power because I see a few things that I like. So I want to draft twice this turn and skip your next turn. The first one I want to choose this. So I can form a band already of mountains.
It's a very powerful band because they've both got matching monsters.
Yes. Second one, I want to choose the dungeon. So I'm going to go ahead and put it there. Now, you don't put any monsters on the dungeon, so you put the monsters you get down here, which you can use for your next placement. So that's my 2, and I do need to skip the next round.
Yes, and as I can see there, you've got another dragon to make a really long band there, so that's a extremely powerful way to start.
Correct. Unfortunately, Tarrant now can also see my extra point for end of game. So score +2 for each dungeon on your map at the end of the game.
Okay. So I do now get 2 turns in a row.
Correct.
I'm going to start by taking another swamp because they work well together. And I get a skeleton to pop on top of that.
Excellent.
And now I've got a graveyard and some... Well, there's a few more skeletons here, and I would like to start scoring a band of skeletons.
All right. Now, I can see a few things that I want, but I think I want to get the forest. So I do need to put unique tiles around the dungeon as well to score me points. So I'll go ahead and do that. Actually, I'll put it here, but because I've got this one here, I will choose to swap it because I can.
Yes, when you take a tile, if you've got one in your lair, you're allowed to place that. All right, we've got a cave here. I know I want to make a band of skeletons, and whatever I put here, I think this is the way to go.
Okay.
Guaranteed 3 points for the cave, and I've locked up a band here.
That is good. All right. So I can... Oh, this is good. This is portal. I can swap things around potentially, including putting that there. But I also see forest, which I need to get the points. So unfortunately, I will take the forest in this instance. And then, well, this is the same, so doesn't matter. And Tarrant's turn.
My turn. So we've got another cave there with a swamp dwelling monster, or I can get a higher scoring graveyard with a portal for some flexibility. And I think that might be good. So the portal comes down here. I can use that anytime I wish. And I shall put this graveyard here.
Okay, there you go.
Another cave on the board.
What's the monster? All right. I would like to... There's not forest there, so I'll not be able to take forest. This one is actually not bad because although it's 0.2, but I get 2 points for second place. So I'm going to take that. And plus this is probably handy. So I'm going to go ahead there and then I actually take the one that I have in my lair already. And I've put it here.
Choice between a band and a dungeon point.
I know.
So there's a lot of caves there now. I'm going to get another one with a mini boss, get some definite points, and I'll put this here because I know I can't make a band off that mini boss.
Okay. There's
another cave.
Yeah, there's no dungeon at the moment for me, unfortunately. Oh, that's a good one. I think I'm going to take that for my band of monsters.
Oh, excellent. You've got a string of 4 there now.
Yeah, it's an easy decision there. Okay.
All right, I'm going to take another one of the caves, and I think it doesn't make a very big difference to me which one of these I take, so I'm going to get that one.
Let's see what's in there. Oh, this is a tough choice, but not that tough. Okay, I want to put this one here. So it's a forest monster. I'm going to put it right here. Now I've got 3 forest, and this is a matching one.
Very good.
Okay.
Another cave, another swamp. I could take this swamp. I think I'll do the swamp and put it over here.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is the Occams. So the Occams works kind of like similar to forest, but you must have dissimilar flags would score you these points. There's no forest out there. There's not dungeon. If I start with this, that means I have to basically commit to it. And I don't know if that's actually a good thing. Oh, this is actually, I shouldn't place it there. I should have put it somewhere that is not unique to the dungeon. But that's okay, it's too late. I want to take this one.
Portal.
Portal. It might be handy. Okay.
Okay. So we've got a cave and a swamp. I'm actually not very happy with the choices of terrain, so I'm going to use my Overboss power and discard and restock all of the terrains, but not the tokens, just the terrains. So we've got another swamp, another graveyard, a forest, and then Orca camp.
Okay.
I think we can also now see my extra one is score 3 for each separate group of exactly 3 tiles of the same terrain type.
Ooh.
So 1 extra graveyard is going to make sense.
Another graveyard. Where are my dungeon? Let's see what comes up there. Okay. I think my decision is clear. I'll take the forest again. Oh, actually, this one, because that was a portal, I would have need to put it there. And then that goes there. Okay?
Okay. So we've got another dungeon, and all 4 of these are orcs. So I could try to scoop some dungeon points. That's probably not a bad idea. So I'll take a dungeon,
put it down there.
And this one now goes on to here. And another dungeon.
Yay!
And that's a very
that's the one
dungeon.
I want. I definitely will take that. Thank you very much. So put the dungeon here. This is unfortunately my dungeon's not going to score a lot of points because I'm full of forest. But I've got this point, which gives me 1 point per forest tile I have.
All right, looking at what I've got, I don't want to break my groups of 3, so that means taking this.
Very good.
even if it's not worth many points.
1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 forests. This one worth 5. So I should really take it.
Yep. It'll cost you 1 potential dungeon point, but it will gain you 5 forest points.
I'm going to have to take it, unfortunately. And I'll put it there. Now, I have... Yeah, just refill that first. I have a portal that I can use to swap 2 different monsters. But I think this is actually a good placement.
For me, unfortunately, I get another swamp to break my ending points. But that gives me an orc, and I can use the portal to swap these 2. And that gives me another band.
All right, now we score.
Yes.
So I start with forest. As you got 0 forest.
I have no forests.
And I have 5, so 15.
Yes, forests are worth triangle numbers in points.
Swamp.
So each swamp is worth 1 point, plus 1 if it's next to another swamp, plus 1 if it's next to the water. So each of my 4 swamps is worth 3 points, which gives me 12.
Okay. And I don't have any, so it's 0 for me. Graveyard.
So each graveyard has points printed on it, and whoever has the most graveyards gets 5 additional points, second gets 2. So mine add up to 7, plus the 5 bonus is 12.
Okay.
And your single one is at 2, plus the 2 bonus.
2 plus 2 bonus is 4.
Is 4.
Okay. Camp.
I have the only camp. 1 camp is 1 point.
And I have 0, so 0 it is.
Yep.
Cave.
So each cave is worth 1 point, or 3 if it's next to a mountain. So I've got 3 all next to mountains for 9.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, all next to the mountains for 12.
12. Then a dungeon is worth 1 point, plus 1 for each adjacent different terrain types. I have this 1 dungeon for 3 points.
Unfortunately, not a lot of dungeon came up in this game, though my bonus is extra for dungeon, and my dungeon doesn't have a lot of unique tiles surrounding it. So this one has got 1, 2, 3, and then this one 4, 5, 6, 7, for a total of 7. So the score would be 37 for you.
Yep.
And 38 for me. Very close.
Very close.
Mini bosses.
So mini bosses are these ones who are just worth 2 points but can't form a band. I have a pair of them, so 4.
And I have 0.
Yes.
Crystals. So you don't have any crystals
I did not
in your
gather
lair.
any crystals.
And I have just the 1 crystal for the forest, lucky me. So I've got 5 and you have 0.
Yep, 1 point per forest for that.
Correct. Matching monsters.
So this is where the monster matches the tiles. So I've got a matching orc and a matching skeleton here for 2.
I've got a few of them. So I've got 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Very strong.
Now band points.
So a band is a row or column that has 2, 3, or 4 of a matching monster, which is worth 2, 5, or 7 points. So I have 2 bands of 3, which is 2 times 5 is 10.
And I have this band, which is a 7.
Yep.
And only this band, which is a 2.
Okay.
With a total of 9.
Yes.
So a total of 16 and 20.
And finally, our boss bonus. So I get 3 points for each separate group of 3 tiles of the same type. So that's 2 sets of 3 is 6.
And I have 2 for each dungeon tiles. I've got 2, so that's 4. And a total of 59 and 62. Very close game.
Very close. Well done.
Good work. Thank you. Good game.
Good work indeed. So as we showed before, there are 10 different terrain types in this game, so you can mix and match. You'll always use the dungeons, but then there's these additional types which score in a variety of different ways. There's castles and clouds and things like that, volcanoes.
There's also command cards that you can use in the game, so there's some extra things that you can do as well to make it a little bit more complex.
Yes, and you can flip the board to get a 4x4 grid to get a longer game as well.
Correct. So that is Overboss.
And that's our pocket playthrough for Overboss, a boss monster adventure. We hope you enjoyed this video.
If you find this video useful, please help us by hitting that like button and subscribe to the Dice Tower if you haven't already done so.
And if you have any questions, comments or feedback, please leave them in the comments section below.
Until next time!